Hi everyone. I've been keeping a secret from all of you, and it's time to come clean. It's just really hard to be vulnerable like this, but you know, even though I'm incredibly famous, that doesn't mean that I don't make mistakes too, and that doesn't mean I don't have secrets sometimes. So I don't know if you noticed, but my past few videos, I've been making some pretty weird things. I made vegetable chips, fruit popsicles, healthy fruit gummy bears, and there's a reason that I've been making these kinds of recipes. And you know, I don't really need to get into all the details. I think I should just let the video speak for itself. But if you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the bell so you always get notified when I upload new content. And drop a like if you appreciate my honesty and vulnerability in this moment, and leave a comment about a time that you had to be vulnerable and honest. Let's jump into the video. Hello, my name is Liz, and welcome to the Tiny Treatery. And today I'm bringing you a very special episode. I decided to try doing the paleo diet for 30 days. Hello class, welcome to Paleo 101. For those of you that don't know, I should explain a little bit about what paleo is. It's also known as the caveman or the Stone Age diet because it's supposed to replicate the types of foods that people ate in the Stone Age, because processed foods are unhealthy and cavemen didn't have diabetes, but they also didn't have epinephrine. So rip to the cavemen that died of anaphylaxis, but I'm different. What you can eat on paleo: fruits, vegetables, meat, seafood, nuts and seeds, spices, certain oils and vinegars, and in moderation, some alcohols apparently. On screen right now is the grocery list from the paleodiet.com, and that is the grocery list that I will be following for the challenge. Some notable exceptions and other rules. No potatoes. They're a vegetable, but I guess they didn't make the cut. Maybe not healthy enough. I don't know. Same situation with salt. I would think of this as like a spice or flavoring, but it's not allowed, probably because they don't want you to do too much sodium. I don't know. Natural sweeteners are a little controversial, so things like honey, maple sugar, coconut sugar, they're not on my grocery list, and I've seen posts on the website I'm using that say they're not paleo, but then I've seen other posts on the same website that say they are, or that if you're gonna use a sweetener, you better use these. I'm not gonna be using them for eating purposes throughout the challenge, but I will be using them in certain Tiny Treatery installments because it's pretty difficult to find paleo recipes for desserts that don't include a sweetener. And the one exception to the challenge that I will be making where I use illegal ingredients is the dessert of the month, because that's set in stone and I do it every month, and I'm not gonna mess with that just because of paleo. So other than that though, I will only be eating the foods off the grocery list that I showed you. Thank you for attending, and your homework is to make it through the rest of the video, because it's a long one. Bye. So today is April 24th. It is day -1 because I'm not starting today, but I am starting filming the process today. I don't really have a great reason for doing this. One of my friends was talking about how her brother is like on a really intense keto diet, and I started like looking up what that means, and I was intrigued. And keto is like scary. Like, I'm afraid of keto. I can't do it. No fruits, like putting your body in a state of ketosis, it just kind of freaks me out. I decided to do paleo because it seemed a lot easier. I just was intrigued by the challenge, and so I'm doing it. But today is day -1, which means today is basically a cheat day full of foods that are forbidden on the paleo diet. Here are the snacks I acquired today when I went to the store for my illegal feast before I start this journey. Got some Hawaiian rolls and some goldfish crackers. Also, in case anybody isn't aware, goldfish pretzels are, in my opinion, like one of the best forms of pretzels that there is. And extra cheddar goldfish are also amazing, so I was really excited to see them in a bag together. And as my dinner, I'm probably gonna eat this party pizza as my final feast before I become a health nut. Welcome to day 1 of paleoism. I wanted to wake up early and make a grocery list of all the paleo items I need for the week and go to the store, but I didn't get out of bed until like 2 p.m. But luckily, I know myself. So yesterday, I had to go to the store to get toilet paper anyway, and when I went, I bought a bunch of fruit and some frozen chicken so that I would have items in case I failed myself, which I did. So that's why I have this watermelon that I'm eating out of like a bowl.
Also, there's video of me trying to cut open this watermelon, but I don't know if I'm gonna show it because it's really embarrassing. Like, I do not know how to use a knife. So I think the best thing that's gonna come out of this journey is that I'm gonna be forced to learn to chop fruits and vegetables properly. I'm gonna have to literally Google like how to do this stuff and then learn it, and then I will finally be like a regular person in that respect and not a child. I guess that's enough of me talking to you while I eat this watermelon. I will eat the rest of it behind the scenes.
Hello, it's day 2, and I planned to get up really early, get the day started, and I failed again, and I got up at like 2 p.m. And I was just gonna throw all my day plans in the trash because I woke up so late, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I promised myself, in addition to doing the paleo dieting, I would be more consistent with my workouts, because that's like part of being paleo, is that you have to like exercise and be like mindful of your body or whatever. So I hate it, but I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm doing that now, and then I'm gonna go to the store because I've made up a grocery list of what I need for the week. Yeah, so first, exercise.
Refueling, and after I've eaten some stuff, I'm gonna go to the store and buy groceries for the week.
Grocery haul time.
Here are the spoils. I'm not gonna debag all the produce because I don't want to. So I got some, I don't know, leaf things for like salad, I guess. Roma tomatoes, sweet potatoes, red onion, celery, broccoli, a beet, a rutabaga, an English cucumber, carrots, chicken breast, avocado oil spray, red wine vinegar, lemon juice, and then some spices, crushed red pepper, sesame seeds, and rosemary leaves.
So, in order to not overwhelm myself by trying to make some new thing every day, I'm gonna jump on the meal prep train
For this week's lunch, which it is 5:48 p.m., so it kind of feels stupid to be making lunch right now, but it's a chicken salad. So this is like, I guess, the main component of the salad, this 50-50 blend of baby lettuces and spinach, and then some red onion, some celery, English cucumber, and of course the chicken. And in the video that I watched where they made this,
they like put paleo mayonnaise on it, and like, ew, never in my lifetime. I'm trying to grow as a person, but not that much. I'm not gonna put mayonnaise on something that's disgusting. Prep time. Oh my God, guys, here's my salad.
okay, you know, never in a million years did I think I would eat something like this, let alone make it. So there's only a few things that scare me. Like, I like the cucumber, I like celery, I like chicken. I don't know about these leaves, but I imagine they're all just gonna taste like nothing really. So I'm not that worried about them, but I can't identify what they are. Yeah, it's just like eating leaves, really not that big of a deal. But the onion, I'm scared of. I don't like do onions, and I was so close to taking it out of the recipe, but I was like, no, Liz, you have to be strong. Yeah, I don't know about that. Probably tastes better with other things and not so directly. I could do without the onion, but it's not the worst thing I've ever had. So that's pretty exciting. I'll consider this a success. I'll see you when I see you.
Day 3. Once again, I've woken up very late, except this time it was noon instead of 2 p.m. So we're making progress in the hour in which I wake up department. Time to like exercise or whatever.
So here is the dinner that I have prepped enough portions for the rest of the week. Roasted broccoli, roasted sweet potatoes, and overbaked salmon made in the air fryer. I'm sure that's really gross to a lot of people, but I like it overbaked, so whatever. I recognize that this is like kind of small, but the baking sheet that I roast vegetables on is only a quarter sheet, and I didn't feel like doing 2 rounds, so I only put whatever would fit on the sheet. So broccoli, not concerned. I already know that I like this extremely overbaked salmon. However, I've never had a sweet potato. I know, whatever. Leave a mean comment, please, and increase my engagement. And I'm picking the thickest piece that's on my plate because I know the little crunchy ones are gonna be easier for me to eat. I kind of realized yesterday when I was eating that salad that I made, I'm like kind of a rabbit. Like, I really like raw vegetables because they're crunchy and crisp and, you know, nice and fresh. But then when you cook them, they get all mushy and it really makes me uncomfortable. So just for you guys, the first piece of sweet potato I'm ever gonna eat, I am picking the fattest piece that I have. Oh, this is like a familiar flavor. You know those like vegetable chips that are like really colorful? One of them must be sweet potato because this tastes exactly like those chips and those are pretty good. So I would prefer it in a chip texture, but I can live with this. I can deal with this. Added another vegetable to my repertoire. Welcome to day 5. In terms of food, both yesterday and today, nothing new is really happening because I'm still eating my meal prep, but something exciting that is happening, package haul! So I have 3 packages here from Bezos.gov and I'm gonna open all of them for you. First thing, 2 half-sheet baking sheets. As I said before, the only baking sheet I have is quarter sheet size, so it's very small and it's very hard to do meal prep with it. So for the first time in a while, I'm purchasing something that is for regular size cooking, not tiny cooking or baking. Next, a mandolin slicer. I got this partially because I'm really bad at slicing vegetables, so whenever I need to do it, maybe I could just use this, but also as a fun, quirky gadget to use for the video that I will be filming today after I film this package haul. So obviously this is the slicer. This is the thing you stab vegetable with and then run it over the slicer. But the reason I picked this model is that it comes with safety gloves. And oh my God, if you are squeamish or like weak of stomach or whatever, I do not recommend looking into vegetable slicers or vegetable peelers and stuff like that because so many people think that they should post a picture of their bloody finger in their review to show that it's dangerous. And I don't know how to feel about that because I'm like, is the product actually terrible or are you just careless? Because obviously with any knife or any slicer, the potential to cut yourself is there. So I'm unable to decipher if these people are just not using it properly or if the product actually sucks. And it was really stressful, but this one comes with the gloves and I like that. So that's why I got this one. Oh, ah yes. So this is kind of a stupid purchase, but it's been purchased. So I got some popsicle makers because I've been trying very hard to find paleo recipes that I can make for the remaining videos before this journey drops on May 28th, but it's not been easy. So the best bet is to make fruity things with like pure fruit juice. So I had to buy some gadgets to be able to do the videos that I've planned to do, like popsicles. It's really unfortunate that I am not famous in making money because then I could write this off as a business expense, but it's just a regular expense because I don't make money on YouTube. And it comes with a funnel to pour the popsicle solution into the container, and I guess this cleaner for the funnel or for the, I don't know, but a cleaner. I got an apple slicer. I have one of these at my parents' house, and it's like my favorite thing because it's so much more fun to eat apple in slice form, but I didn't have one here. So if I ate an apple, I'd have to eat it like by biting into the side of it, which I don't like doing, but now I have a slicer. So this is a peeler set. and I'm very afraid of it because finding a peeler that didn't have 100 bloody fingers in the reviews was not easy, and this one, maybe it just had fewer reviews. There probably were some bloody fingers too, but I was like, you know, it is what it is. But I like this one because it comes with a grater, which I don't have, a vertical peeler, and a horizontal peeler. So I liked the variety of tools offered, and I was getting really overwhelmed trying to decide, so I just smashed by on one of the sets. Okay, so this is a cake pan, and I got it to go with my other cake pan so that I could make even layers, because I talked about in my tiny chocolate cake video that I have two pans that are like slightly different, but I think this is 4 inches, and I thought that I had a 4-inch pan, but I think this is bigger than my other pan. It's not bigger, I just have no memory of size, so awesome. Final package. So first is another stupid gimmick item that I'm using for a video. These are molds to make gummy bears, because I'm gonna make Paleo gummy bears and fill my candy jar with them. Because right now there's Reese's and they keep like giving me bedroom eyes and I cannot stand it. This is so dumb, but it's too late now. And the last item, which I'm very excited about, kind of a bit of a splurge, is this index card style cutting board set. Look at it. The green one has an apple on it because it's for fruits and vegetables. The white one has a little steaming bowl over it because it's for food that has already been cooked. The red one is for raw meat, as indicated by this strange meat-like drawing. And the blue one is for raw fish. And the idea, obviously, is that this will help you separate like the nasty bacteria between the items so that I'm not cutting my fruits and vegetables on the same board that I'm cutting raw meat on. So that concludes the haul. I literally invented cooking. There's not a whole lot of reason to film this taste test because nothing interesting is happening. I like kale, I like sweet potatoes, as I've learned, and I like steak, but for the sake of testing my cooking on cam, let's go. We'll do the kale first because it's like the most boring, obviously. I don't like these sweet potatoes as much as I like the last ones. I think I cut them too thick. I don't know. I think I like smaller, crunchier pieces, as I already knew. A little overly mushy, but oh well. And the main course. It's been so long since I've had steak. Delicious. Thanks for joining me. It's day 9, so while I cannot eat tree nuts as a nice crunchy little snack because I would have to go to the hospital, there is something that I can eat, and that is seeds. And it's kind of hard to find pumpkin and sunflower seeds and stuff like that that are not cross-contaminated with nuts, but I found a company that sells seeds that is in a dedicated facility free of like 12 allergens. So I got some pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and I got pumpkin seed meal because I found a recipe one time that said you could make macarons with pumpkin seeds instead of almond flour, and so I'm hoping I can use this to make those for a video or something because I think macarons are so cute, but I can't eat them, so I'm hoping that this will rescue me in that sense. But I'm gonna toast some of these sunflower seeds right now because I want a little snack. I dry roasted them so they're not that exciting, but here are my roasted seeds. They're so tasty. Going to meal prep some lunch for the week. So this is what I'm making. Meal prep Cajun shrimp and veggies. And it consists obviously of shrimp, 2 bell peppers, zucchini, some garlic, vegetable broth, and then garlic powder, red pepper flakes, and black pepper. So according to the grocery list I'm using, you can use broths, but they say to find ones that don't have salt, sugar, and preservatives in them. And I could not find any of those. And then I saw this sitting all by its lonesome on the shelf, and it's unsalted vegetable broth. And the ingredients are vegetable stock made of carrot, mushroom, tomato, onion, celery, red bell pepper, natural flavor, and spice and herbs, bay leaf, thyme, black pepper. I couldn't figure out where it went on the shelf because I found it like with the other broths, but kind of to the side, and I didn't see any others. So either it's like a gift from God that I found the last one, or like why is there this mysterious broth that there were no other copies of? I don't know, but it fits the rules of what I'm doing, so I'm using it. Also, there's asparagus. I forgot to mention that. Okay, see you at the taste test table. Also, is it just me, or are bell peppers like creepy? Like, I like them, but why are the seeds all like bunched together like a swarm of bugs? It's disturbing. Okay, gotta admit, I'm not excited about this one. Here's my relationship to all these ingredients. Shrimp is gonna be fine. I like red and green bell peppers, but I eat them raw, so I'm really afraid of the mushy consistency. I think I might have undercooked all the vegetables, but you know, honestly for me that's better. So I'm nervous about the cooked texture of that. Zucchini, never had, except for in my vegetable chip video, which I would still count as never having because I was just eating like burnt crisps and not actual zucchini. And I've also never had asparagus, so wish me luck. How should I do this? I'll start with a piece of green bell pepper, work my way up the ladder. It's floppy. Okay, that was fine. I would need a second opinion of somebody who's regular to like tell me whether that's undercooked or not. But I think if it were any more cooked, I would not be happy. So you know what? Undercooked vegetables, I stand. This is probably gonna be the same, but for completion's sake, that's also fine. I prefer them cold, you know? Cold, crisp, and fresh. I don't like this warm stuff, but ugh. Zucchini or asparagus? Ugh. I'll do the zucchini first. Yeah, it's fine. That's probably also undercooked because it's kind of crunchy. Not crunchy, but you know, it's, I don't know. I don't know what the consistency of these things is supposed to be. So could be undercooked, could be perfect, could be overcooked. Who knows? Not me. But I survived the zucchini. Last but not least, well, vegetable wise, I'm saving the shrimp for last because it's like the best part. I'm scared. Are you supposed to eat the ends of these? Okay, I guess you can eat the end. Okay, hold on, guys. Does asparagus rule? Oh my god, that was good. Can't believe it. I'm growing so much as a person. All right, shrimp. I'm a little bit of a baby with the red pepper flakes, but I'm trying to just desensitize myself and keep putting them on things until I'm powerful or something. I don't know. Wow, a successful lunch. I wasn't really expecting it, but here we are. So I just filmed the taste test for the dessert of the month, which as you know is not paleo because it includes sugar, though that was the only illegal ingredient, which is pretty neat, I guess. If you haven't watched the video, spoilers, I actually really liked it, which never happens with the dessert of the month, so that was a pleasant surprise. But I'm kind of wondering if I liked it because I haven't had like refined sugar or anything like that for 10 days now. So am I losing my mind because I'm on paleo, or was this actually good? Who can say?
Today is a very special day, guys. I'm going on an adventure for a very important appointment. I got my second dose. Love to see it. Love the antibodies. Feel them coursing through my veins.
Hello, welcome to day 16. I'm officially over the halfway point, which is encouraging and discouraging at the same time, because on the one hand, I feel like I have so little left to go and I've already come this far, but on the other hand, I have to go exactly as far as I've already been, and it kind of feels like a lot. But anyway, just gonna do a little taste test for you of my zoodles, zucchini noodles, and shrimp, which have some lemon juice on them, olive oil, black pepper, fennel seeds, and red pepper flakes, and some parsley. I fear I overcooked the zoodles, so they're probably gonna be mushy and gross, but let's find out. I don't really like the lemon. So lesson learned for the rest of the week, I probably will not include the lemon juice because I'm not really into that. The shrimp are good though, and I knew that I would like them more because, you know, though I am increasing the breadth of vegetables that I'm willing to consume and the forms in which I'm willing to consume them, I'm still not like a huge stan. You know, I'd obviously rather have real noodles and not these, but it's not horribly disgusting. We'll probably treat myself to some fruit after this just because I'm not thrilled I have to eat this whole plate, and I hope tomorrow's is better when I don't put the lemon in it. Hello, welcome to day 17. So yesterday, I just had this salad. you know, like it is, beautiful, crisp, fresh, love it. But the recipe did technically come for instructions for a balsamic vinaigrette dressing. God. You know, I'm content with this. I don't care. I will eat a salad without dressing. It does not bother me. I'm a baby. I don't like mysterious liquids. I just don't really mesh with that concept. But for the sake of entertainment, I have another little plate because I'm not ruining this, because if I pour it all over this, I probably won't eat this and then I will not have a lunch. So yeah. So I'm just gonna put some of these components onto this plate. I'm not even gonna put the chicken. I don't want to ruin the chicken. That's not happening. Chicken's the star of the salad. I'm not compromising it. It's just not happening. This is disgusting. Ooh, that's so much. I hate it. Literally just olive oil, pepper, and vinegar. Like, why? Why do I need to add that to my meal? You know, I'm good. I know it like makes it less dry and easier to eat, but it doesn't make it easier to eat when you want to throw it up when you put it in your mouth. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna prepare a depositing napkin in case I need that. The smell this is giving me is like, it's actually crazy that I never knew that that's what this smell was. Because I'm very familiar with this smell, and it's always been something that, like, if I'm in a room with someone else that's like having a salad and it has this smell, I've always been like, ooh, that smells really bad. And I like didn't know why. And now I know why. It's the vinegar and it's terrible. Do people smell this and think it smells good? Is that a thing that people experience with their bodies and their noses? I just don't see how it's gonna be better in my mouth if it's this bad with my nose. You know, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Let's try it with a cucumber. And this is like drenched in it. You know, it's actually not bad. I was sure that this was gonna be like my first official failure, because so far everything I've tried on Paleo, I haven't loved everything, obviously. Like, obviously I'd rather be eating pizza than leaves every day all day, but everything's been like edible and I can endure and keep eating it. And I thought this was gonna be the first thing that wasn't, but it's kind of interesting. But it smells, it's not worth getting my face near this scent to experience this like slightly interesting upgrade to a leaf. I can eat the leaf on its own. Like, I can do it. I'm fine. I'm good without this. The verdict is I don't want to keep using this dressing. I don't see a point. Probably going to continue eating dry salads like a loser, because this dressing did not hit for me. Package haul! First, not very exciting, but part of the haul nonetheless. Ordered some leggings, because I'm on a fitness journey, baby. Should I try them on? They're very tight and very thin and kind of see-through, so the only time I wear these might be during this package haul. Might return these. Next! So, not Spawn, but this is from a company called Blue Land, and they basically make cleaning products. So this is a hand washing kit, and it comes with a glass pump bottle for foaming hand soap and 3 foaming hand soap tablets. They have 3 scents: lavender eucalyptus, iris agave, and perrine lemon. The idea is you put the tablet in the bottle and then you fill it with your own water, so you're not purchasing products that are comprised mostly of water anyway, and it's like more sustainable or whatever, because now whenever I want a new soap, I just gotta order these tablets that come in compostable packaging and use my own water to fill the soap. And they also make dish soap, which I have, laundry detergent, which I have, dishwasher tablets. I'm not using my dishwasher, but they make that. And then they have spray spritzer stuff for bathroom, multi-surface, and glass. And I have all of those. So very excited to be on some sort of new wave of cleaning movement. I love cleaning products. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's gimmicky, but I had to have it, so. I already have all those other ones, but I ran out of hand soap and I needed refills, and then I realized I should probably get another one of these for my kitchen sink, because the dish soap is actually a powder, and normally I wash my hands at the sink with my dish soap, but since I won't be using the regular dish soap anymore, I got another hand washing thing. Okay, and I got a bunch more hand tablets because it runs out the fastest, and I got this little tin where you store your refill tablets inside of it. I love tins, I love containers, and I love organization. So exciting. Next on the list, the final box, but it has many things in it. This is a sports bra. It's pretty cute, but it's a little tight. And I'm self-conscious because not only is this bra too tight, so are these pants. So I'm gonna put my shirt back on. Not gonna flaunt my, amazing physique for the rest of this video because I'm embarrassed. Okay, got some body wash for keratosis pilaris, me exposing my skin problems. It's when you have little bumpies on your upper arms and sometimes on your legs, and this exfoliating body wash is supposed to help mitigate the appearance of that somewhat, and I wanted to try it. So these are couplers for piping tips. This is just a regular coupler, and this is a 3-slot coupler, so you can put 3 different colors of icing in there and have all of them go through the piping tip. Some piping bags to go with the tips. One is silicone, so it's reusable, and the others are disposable. 2 leaf tips, 9, 10, 11, 12 Russian piping tips. So I've wanted Russian piping tips for a while, and I didn't know what to get because there's tons of them, but I was just like, you know what, just get a little set of them. That can be your starter, it's fine. The thing about Russian piping tips is they have all these crazy weird designs on them, and you kind of just pipe and squeeze straight up, and it just makes beautiful flowers. They don't all do flowers, but a lot of them do, and it's kind of hard to predict by looking at the shape what it's gonna be. But if you look at a cupcake that was made with Russian piping tips, you'll be like, oh my god, what a professional. I will be upping my decorating to the next level because I have these to help me cheat and make beautiful flowers. It is a 2-tier fruit bowl. You can hang bananas right here, which will be useful for me because I'm obsessed. But also lately I've been buying so many bananas that the amount of bananas I buy will not fit just hanging there, but I will still utilize it. And I don't know, I just decided I need a fruit bowl because what I've been doing is just putting them on my table, just bare and naked, and I needed a way to contain them. And I liked this because it was twice the storage in the same footprint. I think that's kind of what they were advertising because, up instead of out. I'm very excited about this. And last, but certainly not least. So this one was a little bit of an impulse buy. The rest of the things, I went in knowing that I intended to buy them. But for this one, I was looking for a slow cooker because I feel like that would be very helpful for meal prep, and I kind of want one. But I was intimidated by the task of trying to pick a slow cooker out. But while I was looking around at such appliances, I stumbled upon this. It's a little baby waffle maker! Oh my god. It's make little waffles. I can't even test it out right now due to the paleoism of it all. But I mean, I couldn't say no. I just couldn't. So that concludes the package haul.
Day 20! I ate the popsicles for the Tiny Treatery taste test for the video this week. Those were pretty good. I've placed my fruit bowl on the table, but I don't know if I like it. I feel like it's kind of making my table ugly, but I need the fruit bowl, and I like having it. Also, there's supposed to be a banana hook that comes with the fruit bowl, and I talked about that when I was unpacking it, but the hook didn't come. I've searched far and wide. I've looked under my couch in case it slipped under there. It's not here. I didn't get the banana hook. So I went on Amazon chat and I was like, I'm missing a part, and they were like, okay, we'll just refund you and you can reorder the bowl. And I was gonna do that, but then I paused for a moment and I didn't get too frenzied. And you can order a pack of 20 S hooks that would fit on that for $3. So I turned a $25 fruit bowl into a $4 fruit bowl, and I love that for me. All right, see you tomorrow.
So I have this salad here that consists of arugula, cucumber, grape tomatoes, a drizzling of olive oil, lemon juice, some garlic, pepper, basil, and oregano, and avocado, which I listed last because guess what? I've never had avocado. Let's dig in. I also don't know if I know what arugula tastes like, but I'm pretty sure it was in one of my previous salads when I bought a mix of different greens. Interesting. Tastes very of the earth, which is fine, but I wish there was more variety in the leaves that I have. Following the recipe that I found this salad in, and the only leaf they prescribed was arugula. And I don't know why they did that, because this is gonna be tough to make it through, especially for the next couple of days, which is how many days I plan to eat this salad. I love cucumber though. Makes it all worth it, really. I love tomatoes, but I need to be clear, I don't like them on things like a burger or on a pizza outside of the sauce. I don't think I would like a cooked I don't know. There's something about that makes me uncomfortable. So in this context, I love them, and I don't know if you noticed, but in my fruit bowl, I have these huge tomatoes, and I just eat these like apples. So that's how I feel about tomatoes. I love them dearly, but I'm kind of particular about it. Okay, enough stalling. Time for the avocado. I know people love this stuff, but I'm just not sure how this is gonna go for me. Oh my God. So I deposited that on a napkin. It finally happened. I tried something that I couldn't stand on Paleo. I'm surprised it took this long, honestly. That texture was so unpleasant. It was so mushy, and I just couldn't bring myself to swallow it. I hated the texture. There's a rainbow. Look guys, there's a rainbow. Ooh. So I hated the texture a lot, so much so that I couldn't even gather a flavor profile on what the avocado tasted like, because the texture was so aggressively horrifying to me. Yeah, I'm just not seeing it for me in avocado. I don't think this relationship is gonna work out. So yeah. Look, there's two now. Double rainbow. Yay. Welcome to day 25. Let's address this. It might be an elephant in the room, it might not. But yes, I do have 13 bananas piled onto this fruit bowl. And I got my cheap S-hooks, so some of them are hanging, but they all would not fit. So sorry, I have this excess of bananas. It's kind of ugly. Is that cuter? I don't know. Anyway, so it's dinner time, and what I have on my plate is some boneless pork chops, and then some sauteed butternut squash, onions, and apples. And then there's various herbs, thyme, sage, rosemary. So I'm kind of intimidated by this dish, can't lie, because I've never had butternut squash. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about onions in saute form, because so far, as tested many days ago, I've only really had onions raw, so kind of scared about that, but whatever. And cooked apples, also not sure how I'm gonna feel about that. But I'm at least confident that I will like the pork chops. But the rest of it, we'll see. The onions are probably more for the purpose of just enhancing the overall flavor profile of the dish, because it's just some diced onions. But I will try one on its own for thoroughness. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Not thrilled about the texture, but we've already known that that's how I am, so that's not news, but I survived. I'll probably pick around them though, I'm not gonna seek them out. Let's do an apple. I'm dreading this. The concept of a cooked apple just really disturbs me, but it was prescribed in the recipe. Oh, I don't like that. No, 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 no. I hate that. Apples should be crisp. This is warm and slightly mushy. It just feels like if I left an apple in a hot car all day long, and then I went out and ate it, but it was really hot outside and I felt yuck. Bleh. Butternut squash. I don't know how to tell if it's even cooked well. I don't really know how to select the best piece because I just don't know. I have no experience with butternut squash at all. Okay. I guess. Oh, it's just making me wish it was sweet potatoes, you know? It's orange, it's diced, it should be a sweet potato, and instead it's mushy and weird. I don't know, whatever. Me. It's gonna be a rough couple of nights because this is what's on the menu for me for the next few days, so that's unfortunate, but maybe I'll learn to like it after eating it day after day. So the pork chops, I think I'll like them. They are seasoned, interestingly, with black pepper and cinnamon, which maybe that's normal, but I've never like made my own pork, so I don't have like a concept of what's normal for pork seasoning, but I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I'm not sure about this cinnamon thing. It's okay, but it feels like wrong in a way. I think I might have put too much on for one thing, but also like that flavor I'm expecting to experience with like a cinnamon roll or like a cupcake or a cookie, not meat. You know, that is like kind of unsettling. Overall, this was kind of a flop, but I'm proud of myself for trying something new. So thanks for joining. Hello, it's day 26 and I'm back again with the same dinner. Earlier today, I filmed the homemade gummy bear video, and won't spoil it if you haven't watched it, but can't say a lot of good things about how that went. Anyway, so I am here with the same dinner as yesterday, unfortunately, because suffering through the butternut squash was not fun. I can't look at this and not want it to be sweet potatoes. So, but I have 2 more days, today and tomorrow, of this disaster, and then I'll be freed. But I do have a new addition to the meal. So obviously, this is rice. And rice is not paleo. But I'm quitting! Sort of. So basically, for reasons that I will explain on day 30, because I'm gonna do like a wrap up with like final thoughts on the journey on day 30, I started meeting with a nutritionist partway through starting paleo. And honestly, one of the best decisions I've ever made. But she asked me to keep a food journal, and she basically said that I'm not eating enough and I'm not getting enough calories. So 25 is it. I'm going to start adding rice to my meals and maybe make some other allowances here and there in the next couple of days. On day 30, I will get back to you with some final thoughts on the journey as a whole. And I guess might as well witness me eat my first forbidden food on camera. Just realized I didn't put any seasoning on this at all. I was so excited about carbs that I didn't even care to season it. But you know, I don't really care. I'm still very pleased that I finally get to eat something like this. I'll see you on day 30. Day 30, we did it, we made it. So I have some closing thoughts and I have some notes here so that I don't miss anything. So not to be like cringe, but really I think doing paleo was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. A lot of good things came out of it, but I don't think paleo itself was necessary for me to arrive at these things. But let's discuss. So first and most obviously, I tried a bunch of new foods because, you know, if you know me, you know that I'm one of the pickiest people ever, and restricting my food to fruits, vegetables, and then meats and fish forced me to try a bunch of new things that I probably wouldn't have tried otherwise, mostly in the vegetable category, because that was the food group that I had the most apprehensions about. English cucumber, although that's really just like a regular cucumber, but I didn't know that and they always freaked me out, but now I know that they're tasty. Red onion, cooked bell pepper, because I like them raw, but I'd never had them cooked. Zucchini, asparagus, sweet potato, one of my new faves, mango, and then butternut squash, and cooked apple and avocado. I did not like those, but I'm proud that I at least tried them. So that's the first great thing that came out of paleo, was new foods and a new willingness to try things. Second, I've gotten into doing meal prep, which is really great because I am pretty lazy, so I can just cook once or twice a week instead of all the time and just have it ready, and it's really exciting to go to the fridge and see it already prepared and know all I gotta do is put it on a plate and maybe heat it up a little bit. And also, in general, I just became more comfortable with cooking because, as ironic as it is on a baking channel, I'm not a very good cook and I don't like cooking. And I was like afraid of frying and sauteing things in a pan. Like, I would avoid it as much as I could. I would try to do everything in the oven just because I was too intimidated by doing it in a pan. But I'm comfortable with doing that now. So improving my life skills is one of the benefits of this journey I've been on. But this is where it gets emotional. I would say that the change I cherished the most was understanding what it was like to eat to satiety and listen to my body's hunger cues. Because historically, I have been a calorie counter, and not to be like vulnerable, but my relationship with it was very unhealthy. I would treat it like a game, and in my head, the lower the number, the better. And so I would do everything I could. I would cut corners in any way I could just to force the day's calorie number to be as low as I could make it. And obviously, that is not healthy, and it doesn't achieve anything good, and it is detrimental to the body. But I just could not get out of that mindset. But when I went on paleo, I did not track calories because it was just too hard, especially because it was like purely whole foods, and I have to weigh everything, and I would have to know exactly on each plate how much of each vegetable, and it's just like too much work. So I didn't do it, and I just ate the meals that I had planned for myself, and I ate as much as I wanted to until I was full, and then if I wanted a snack, I got a snack. Even sometimes if I wasn't really like physically hungry and I wanted some fruit or some seeds just because I wanted to, I would let myself do that, which is not something I ever used to do before, or when I did do it, I would always feel guilty about doing it. But I wasn't thinking about the calories, and I wasn't thinking about the numbers, and I was just eating how my body wanted to. And it was extremely freeing, and I've never felt that way before. But the obvious caveat to that is that I knew that the foods I was eating and allowing myself to eat were just inherently like healthy, good foods. So I didn't have as many like negative associations with these foods, and I didn't think of them as bad in the same way. So that's part of why I didn't feel guilty, because these were like good foods. But because I now had a taste of what it was like to eat to satiety without feeling bad or obsessive over just how much I was eating, I did not want to lose that, and I wanted to be able to maintain this new relationship I had with eating. But I knew I would not be able to do it alone. So that's why I started meeting with a nutritionist, because with their expertise, I figured they would be able to help me get out of paleo and introduce new things back in, but work with me on the mental aspect, because like, yeah, I want to eat a donut, and I want to eat pizza, and I want to eat all that kind of stuff, but I didn't want it to ignite a bunch of guilt and set me back to where I was. So I started meeting with her, and she asked me to keep a food journal. And basically, the verdict was that I was maybe eating more than I personally was before, but at the end of the day, it still was not and is not enough to properly nourish my body. So basically she was like, you know, I know you set out to do this for 30 days, so if you want to do the 30 days you can, but I think like the first step to easing yourself back into this is introduce one of the forbidden foods from paleo into a meal, just something small to like dip your toe back in the pool, and like maybe I'll feel a little guilty or bad doing it, but just as a way to like start the process. And so she said I could wait the 30 days, but I was just like, there's just no point. You know, Now, if I have been explicitly told that what I am doing is not enough for my body, then why would I deliberately do it for 5 more days out of pure stubbornness? You know, there was just no point in that. And so, that is the detailed explanation of why I quit 5 days early. But ultimately, I think it was the healthier and better choice, so I would consider it a success. But I've peppered this in a few times, but I want to be 100% crystal clear. The good things that came out of this were completely accidental, and they did not have to do with paleo as a diet. You know, I could have tried the new foods outside of this. I could learn to cook, and there are other ways to arrive at like a balanced, healthy relationship with food that does not involve catapulting yourself into further restriction only to then come back at it. Just doesn't make any sense. So obviously, I'm not a doctor or a dietitian, and I can't make recommendations anyway, but I want to be explicit that I do not recommend anybody go on a diet that is as needlessly restrictive as paleo without professional guidance. I did this very flippantly, and it was probably a little dangerous to do it that way. My audience is not very big, but for the few of you watching, please do not do this on a whim. It's just not a good idea, and there are easier and more sustainable ways to be healthy. And honestly, overall, this was probably not healthy anyway in terms of the actual diet itself. So, you know, D and I do not interact. It was definitely hard, and I'm glad to be done with it. I am thankful for the accidental benefits that I got from it, and I will be continuing to work with the nutritionist. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you have made it this far. I've been really excited about this video since I started filming it a month ago on April 24th, and it was fun to do something different. Let me know how you feel about content like this. All feedback is welcome. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more food-related adventures.
Oh my god, guys, I'm gonna freak out, okay? So there's this like coffee shop chain that's in Seattle, and they have a few locations. I went to one that's closer to where I live, but they had like this walnut bread, and I was like, okay, like they didn't make it in the shop, but they had it next to the donuts in the cases, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can't do this. So then I went to this other location that I used to go to before the pandemic, but it's like kind of far away, but it's like really cute. So I went there anyway, just to check if they were still nut free. But then I like asked them, are you nut free? And they're like, oh yeah, we're totally nut free. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Because I went to another one and he was like, oh yeah, different locations can be different, but we're the flagship. So we take it like really seriously. And he noticed my donut shirt, and I was like, yeah, I was like really excited. This is the first time I've come to the donut shop in like a whole year, and I was like really waiting because it's nut free and it's really important to me. And they gave me my donuts for free.